Hello students, in this video we will be solving a few problems from exercise 7.1. Our first problem is question 7, and it says find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from 2 comma minus 5 and minus 2 comma 9. One thing you need to realize, it says the point on the x-axis. If we draw a Cartesian plane, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. A point on the x-axis will be something, it may be here, it may be here, not exactly, but along this line. When it is on this line, we have learned in our very first video that a point on the x-axis means y is equal to 0. So the point on this particular line, okay, if it is on this side, then it will be something like minus x comma some value of x comma 0, okay, because y is 0 over here. It's only when it goes up then we get a value of y. Similarly, if it is on the right hand side, it will be positive x comma 0. So some value of x, and we are asked to find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from 2 comma 5 2 comma minus 5 and minus 2 comma 9. So if we assume this point to be, let's say, P, and those other 2 points as A and B, and we say that we have to find the point which is equidistant. Equidistant means having equal distance from this point and this point. That means we need to find PA and we need to find PB, okay, and these two, the distance between these two are going to be equal to each other. So PA will be equal to PB. Got it? So there are, in other words, it's trying to tell you is there are 3 points, okay, 1 2 3, and this is your P, let's say, and this P is equidistant from each other, which means from P the distance of A and B, that means PA is equal to PB. That means, that is what it's trying to say when it says equidistant, meaning from this point they are at equal distance from this point, okay. So we need to find PA and PB, okay, and when we try to find PA and PB, we will get the coordinates of P for which those 2 points are equidistant from P. So let us first begin with our assumption followed by solving for PA and PB. We begin solution. Let P x comma 0 be the point on the x-axis. Okay, you can make a note, since the, you can put in brackets, since the point is on x-axis, ordinate or y is equal to 0. See, remember, for y-axis we call it ordinate, for x-axis we call it abscissa, and we need to assume more. Let A 2 comma minus 5 and B minus 2 comma 9 be the given points, okay. Now P is equidistant from A and B, therefore PA should be equal to PB. PA is equal to PB. Now we'll use distance formula to get PA. PA will write, so we'll take this as let's say x, we'll take this as x1 and this is 0, so we'll take this as x2, we'll take this as x1 y1, we'll take this as A as x2 y2 and B as x3 y3, just for the sake of applying it in the distance formula. So P and A, take x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equal to x3 minus x1 whole square plus y3 minus y1 whole square. Fine. Now what we'll do is we need to get rid of this square root sign. So what we'll do is squaring on both sides. When we do that, the square root sign goes. Okay. So we'll be left with x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equal to x3 minus x1 whole square plus y3 minus y1 whole square. Okay. I'll complete the problem over here. So we'll substitute what is x2 and x1. x2 is 2, so 2 minus x whole square plus y2 is minus 5. So minus 5 minus y1 is 0 whole square equal to x3. x3 is minus 2 minus x whole square plus y3 is 9 minus 0 whole square. Next, we look to open these brackets and we'll apply the a minus b whole square formula for this. So this will be a square will be a square plus b square plus b square minus 2ab plus minus 5 and minus 0 gives us minus 5. Minus 5 whole square gives us 25 equal to minus 2 and minus x. Once again we'll have to get the a minus b formula. So what we can do is, instead of applying a minus b formula, we'll take the negative sign out and that becomes plus when we do that, and we are left with 2 plus x whole square, and this would be plus 9 whole square, that would be 81. So solving further, 2 square is 4, x square minus 4x plus 25. I'll bring 81 on this side, so it will be minus 81, and I'll expand this. X square plus 4x plus 4. 4 and 4 will cancel, x square and x square will cancel, 4x will come on this side, it will become negative 8x, and this will be plus 25 minus 81 gives us minus 56 equal to 0. So if we take negative sign out, we are left with 8x plus 56 equal to 0. Okay, and then we need to take 56 on the other side. So we will be 8x equal to minus 56, x equal to minus 7 is the answer. So that means the point, that is therefore P would be minus 7 comma 0. Okay, that is the point, you can say, equidistant from points A and B. That's how you solve this problem. Our next problem is, find the value of y for which the distance between the points P 2 comma minus 3 and Q 10 comma y is 10 units, which means that it is telling you PQ is equal to 10 units. Okay, the distance PQ is the distance, and that is equal to 10. We have to, usually we find out the distance. Here it is given. We need to find out the value of y over here. So for that we will have to use the distance formula and solve for it, and we will get y because we have been given the distance over here. So we will take PQ and use the distance formula for PQ. So we have x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square equal to 10. Now I'll square on both the sides. So we're squaring on both sides will mean that the square root sign goes off and we are just left with the squares, and this 10 whole square will become 100. Okay. Now let's substitute what is x2 x1. So we'll take this as x1 y1 and x2 y2. So that would be 10 minus 2 whole square plus y minus of minus 3 whole square, close the bracket, equal to 100. 10 minus 2 comes to 8, 8 whole square plus minus and minus will give you plus. So y plus 3 whole square equal to 100. So 8 whole square is 64, okay, plus y plus 3 whole square is a plus b the whole. So no need to put brackets. So we put y square plus 6y plus 9 equal to 100. That is a plus b the whole square formula applied over here. Now I'll bring the 100 this side, see, on the left hand side. So we have, and I'll add 64 to 9, so that will be 73. So y square plus 6y plus 73 minus 100. So 100, when it moves on the other side of the equal to sign, becomes negative. Now that leaves us with 73 minus 100 gives us minus 27. So 6y minus 27 equal to 0. Now we need to find the roots of this. We use that, we do that getting our splitting the middle term. So y square plus 6y minus 27. So the product, so the final constant term is negative and the middle term is positive. That means there is a positive and a negative sign involved. The middle sign tells you the sign of the greater number. So 27 we can easily get plus 9y minus 3y. So 9 minus 3 gives us 6, and we have the sign of the positive number, greater number is positive as shown over here. Minus 27 equal to 0. So we take y common, we are left with y plus 9. We take negative sign common and 3 common. So we are left with y plus 9 over here to equal to 0. So y minus 3 into y plus 9 equal to 0. So y can be either equal to 3 or y could be equal to negative 9. So there are two values possible of y. Okay, so we could have either q can be 10 comma 3 or q 10 comma minus 9. In both instances you will be able to get the distance PQ equal to 10. That is what it means. So it's possible to get two values. Fine. So these are the two problems we have solved in this video. If you like watching this video, please click the like button. Please share it with your friends and classmates. Subscribe to the channel and do not forget to click on the bell icon to receive notifications whenever new video is posted. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.